Captain America versus the Wolverine. Who wins between these age-old characters if they were to face off in a full-scale battle? Well, that's the battle I have for y'all today. Like, share, and subscribe, as well as comment down below on any thoughts you'll have about this video. Now, jumping right into the video, talking about their strength and speed, I believe them to be more or less relative. Both of them are just simply above the human levels of strength and speed. Obviously, I would prefer leaning more toward Captain America purely because of feats like the helicopter scene and the moment where he was momentarily able to actually hold back Thanos himself, which is absolutely insane. So for feats wise, I would prefer to go on Captain America's side, but Logan himself is actually quite strong, and he's been able to do a few really impressive physical strength feats where he's just been able to ram against the car and push it back, or ragdoll people, just like Captain America has been able to do as well. So I think they are somewhat relative in terms of their physical strength, and the same thing applies in terms of their speed, with them being far greater than the just human levels of speed, and being able to react to these fast characters like Thor and the Hulk, which obviously is quite impressive, but still implies that they are to some extent relative in those aspects. But then there's the aspect of durability. Now, in terms of general durability, Captain America has, again, obviously super soldier levels or superhuman levels of durability, where he's capable of tanking attacks from characters like Iron Man to Thor and even Thanos the Mad Titan himself, which is obviously really impressive. And on the other hand, Logan himself is also quite able to tank powerful attacks from a variety of different Omega level mutants, which is also really impressive. And in terms of Logan's general durability, in terms of his skin and his muscles, well, I would prefer to say they are somewhat relative even there. But then there's the fact that Logan possesses an adamantium skeleton, which is obviously insanely important, given that it's one of the most powerful metals in the entirety of the MCU. And with that, it makes Logan nearly unkillable. But that's not the only thing. He also has an insane healing or regenerative factor, which allows him to more or less heal from anything, and the only thing that really ever threatens his life is old age, which is absolutely insane. So in terms of the durability of their skin and muscle, I guess it's fine to put them on par, because they are somewhat on par. But Logan has a far greater healing factor, like a really far greater healing factor. And then he has an adamantium skeleton, which also helps with the fact that he cannot be killed regardless of any attack that comes his way, because of the power of this adamantium skeleton. Obviously helped by his insane healing factor. Now, obviously, there's also the aspect of their combat skill, which is an important factor to actually consider. And both of them are really old, and both of them have been fighting for a very long time. But I would obviously go on Captain America's side and say he's a much better fighter than Wolverine. He shows his martial arts many times in his battles throughout the entirety of the MCU, whilst Wolverine more or less just rages out and attacks his enemy with no real technique, but just the intent of killing them, which has obviously worked out for him because of his healing factor and his strength. But in terms of their combat skill, Captain America, in my opinion, easily outscaled Wolverine. But then, given that these characters don't actually have any superpowers, I'll have to talk about their weapons. And Captain America obviously has his vibranium shield, whilst Wolverine has his claws. Now, I will be completely honest, I know I'm talking about the MCU primarily here, but we haven't actually seen adamantium go against vibranium in the MCU, whilst in many moments in the comics, we've actually seen Wolverine's claws to not actually be able to break or cut through Captain America's shield. And given that that's kind of the only thing we have to go off of, I'm going to stick with that and say that Wolverine's claws, as powerful and dangerous as they might be, cannot actually cut through Captain America's shield, which obviously is important and useful for Captain America. But alternatively, Wolverine's claws are still really dangerous and can obviously drastically hurt Captain America, especially since Captain America does not have Wolverine's healing factor, whilst Captain America's shield will make little to no difference to Wolverine. Now, who do I ultimately believe wins this battle? Well, I think it's kind of obvious. I do think Wolverine does take it. See, Wolverine and Captain America are relative in terms of their strength and speed, and in terms of their general durability, as in Wolverine's skin and muscle. There too, they could be quite relative. But then Wolverine has a insane healing factor, and also has insane stamina, as well as an adamantium skeleton, which does mean that regardless of any attack Captain America might send his way, he is just going to either tank it, heal from it, or be almost unaffected by it, and he will keep going for hours. He could fight perhaps for an entire day without stopping, even in his insanely old age, which is much older than Captain America, by the way. And Captain America, on the other hand, though he does have insane stamina and he's obviously quite strong, he still is not making a massive difference to Wolverine, and he's not going to be able to consistently keep up with Wolverine's speed and strength the entire time, the entire duration of their fight, especially if he's going to be getting wounded by Wolverine in their actual fight, because of Wolverine's claws being a far easier way of attacking and drastically hurting Captain America, who does not have Wolverine's regenerative factor during the battle. So yeah, I think it's a much higher chance that Wolverine takes this battle. Now, I'm sure many people are going to have a lot of comments and thoughts about this. It's completely understandable. If you have those comments and thoughts, I'd love to see them. Leave them down below. Anyway, this is MC Info with another MC Clash. I'm out.